I hope everyone's well today. Thank you for watching. It is appreciated. I've just seen a video from a former Tory MP, Sir Jacob Rees-Mogg, effectively arguing that when Tia two-tier Keir Starmer resigns as Prime Minister, this should require a new election. New Prime Minister, new mandate. This reeks of desperation from the Tories, and specifically Jacob, and I'm going to explain why. We don't have a presidential system in the United Kingdom. We have a parliamentary democracy, a parliamentary monarchy. The King is the head of Parliament and he is the head of state. He does have the power, which I've mentioned on my channel before, to unilaterally dissolve Parliament. This step would be extreme and it would be rare, but he does retain that power. By constitutional convention, it is done on the advice of the incumbent Prime Minister, his Prime Minister. That's the way our system actually works. A Prime Minister resigning does not need a general election. When Gordon Brown was installed, Tony Blair didn't call an election. And when Margaret Thatcher left, John Major didn't need an election to get installed either. As I say, we all want two-tier Keir Starmer to be eliminated. We all want Labour out of the picture. That will happen. It will take time, but it will happen. I've called on the King personally to dissolve Parliament and call a new election, but I'm a member of the general public. I am not a partisan player. I am not seeking election. I have nothing to gain other than the betterment of my country. Jacob Rees-Mogg is being very, very opportunistic here. He thinks that if a general election was called when Keir Starmer goes, he may gain a few more seats for his party. That's all it is. No lessons have been learned. The Tories do not deserve to be forgiven, and I still believe that all three of the major parties will get less than 200 seats when a new general election is called. We need to bide our time. If a general election was called when Keir Starmer resigns, I think that Reform would get in. They wouldn't get an absolute stonking majority. I do think they'd get a working majority if an election was called tomorrow. I want the best possible chance of a better future for our country, which is why we need to bide our time with this. Andy Burnham replacing Keir Starmer as Prime Minister is looking more unlikely. I still think he's Labour's best shot. It's looking unlikely. I've mentioned in previous videos that the Red Wall's over. The Red Wall is gone. So the plot and the idea that Burnham could be installed into a safe seat may be a non-starter. I mean, if you look at Andrew Gwynn's seat, for example, he's on a comfortable majority. It's similar to the majority that my MP, Mike Amesbury, had in Runcorn and Halsby, and Reform took that seat. I'd say there's about a 90 to 95% chance that any seat that Andy Burnham tried to stand for to get back into Parliament to save his party would fall to Reform. So they may try the trick once, but he still wouldn't get in. And then Labour would understand they've got to pull from the talent of the over 400 MPs they've currently got. The fact that they're circling the drains so early into a new Parliament is pretty telling. The Labour Party can't govern, the Tories can't govern, maybe Reform can, and by default they're better than the other two because they're not them two. So when Jacob is pondering, we need a new election, what's he got to gain from it? He's trying to claw back his seat, he's trying to claw back a few seats for the Tories. He's a dyed-in-the-wool Tory. It's all about political opportunism. Now you let me know what you think. Do you think I'm right with this? It's not for the betterment of the country that Jacob wants a new election. It's because he wants to better his own position and his political leanings, that's all it is. Possibly, if there was an election, I think that Reform would get a majority, but a limited majority if it was called next week, for example. Jacob was probably hinging on the fact, well, maybe, just maybe, they could be the junior partner in a coalition. Just my thoughts, just my musings. Now let me know what you think. Do you think the King should dissolve Parliament? Do we need a new election? Do you think it should be on the request of the Prime Minister or the outgoing Prime Minister? Or do you think it just should be for the public good? Or do you think I'm onto something here that all Jacob is doing is trying to better his own party's position? Like and subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day and thank you for watching as always.